what is the change strategy now in terms of branding? How are you positioning yourself when there are no outdoors, no print ads?
As the brand head of the company, we are I'm exploring everything that we can do virtually. Talk about more virtual tours, talk about engagement with your customer, talk about bringing people on your platforms. Engaging with them on a daily basis is much more easier than putting a 10 lakh rupee ka hoarding and then hoping for somebody to call. So I would say a lot, very, very targeted approach is what I see in the future for marketing. That traditional media is definitely going to suffer because
you think people are going to buy a home without doing a site visit only on the basis of virtual tour?
I think so, yes. I mean, if you think this trend is already very much active in real estate, a percentage of all our sales goes to the NRI customers, and they are always just visiting our sites virtually. So it's just, this is going to be the new normal. There is no other way. Of course, initially it is going to take some time to build that positive sentiment amongst people. Thankfully, mutual fund crashing has done that for most of the public. But at the same time, that transparency of payment, making all your payments on an online platform, that we have to build robust systems in order to ensure that sentiment goes in a positive direction. And I think in a maximum of 2 to 3 months, this should be the new normal, and this is how it is going to do. अभी आप देखो इटली में, चाइना में, every other US में, mostly real estate is about bidding and auctions, and 90% of those are held virtually.
So can you tell us about the response of the virtual setup, the virtual tour, or is it too early to tell about that?
No, actually, it was too early in the first week of April. Now we have a good enough data to talk about it. Initially, if I talk about when we started that campaign and we started circulating that tour, so we generated a handsome number of inquiries. But if I talk about what happens after that, most of the people responded by saying, let the lockdown get over and we will come and visit your site. These people are, asking now, generating different kinds of questions. Ki, Achha, mere ghar mein aur kya hoga? So that it is getting into a constructive discussion as opposed to we'll visit after lockdown.
Have you increased your digital spend?
We haven't yet, not yet. We haven't increased it, but in the future you will see us advertising heavily on all the digital platforms.
What was the ratio like? What was how much into the digital and how much into the non-digital medium?
See, I would say it was more of a 60-30 kind of a ratio. You might look at reversing that completely in the coming time. 70-30 ratio, my bad.
Okay, and right now you haven't seen any conversions happening through digital tour.
We have closed a couple of sales in 2 of our properties, and one of them was with the virtual tour, one even without it. So I would say sentiment is coming back in the market. Real estate is headed for a much needed correction and much needed upliftment that it has been waiting for a long time. And with everything going on a digital front, I am looking at more and more sales in this month of May.